This is a CBS2 News update. I'm Mary Cavli. Parents in Clifton, New Jersey are on edge after police say a man tried to lure a girl into a van. Police posted video of that van taken just after the incident yesterday afternoon on Dumont Avenue. They say the girl was in her backyard when the man walked up to the driveway, said he was there to deliver a package, and asked her to get in from him. There was a second man driving the van. The 13-year-old went inside her house and called police. Happening today, opening arguments are expected to begin in the murder trial of James Rackover. He and another man are accused of beating and repeatedly stabbing 26-year-old Joseph Caminelli after a night of partying in Rackover's East Side apartment back in 2016. Caminelli's body was found buried in Oceanport, New Jersey. Lawrence DeLeon, a friend of Rackover, is also charged in the killing and will be tried separately. Cleanup of a row of parked cars crushed by a fire truck continues today after a wild crash on a Brooklyn street last night. The FDNY says the firefighter driving that truck experienced a medical emergency. CBS's Jenna DeAngelis is on the scene in Brownsville.
It looks like a scene out of a movie. A fire truck smashed into about a dozen parked cars, one on top of the other.
It could have been a tragedy.
The force it took to stack these cars came from the fire engine, which this man was driving behind Wednesday night when he watched it veer off the road in Brownsville.
When the truck was in front of me, it was like ran to the left, and I was wondering why was the truck going to the left towards the buildings. So come to find out, I guess he lost control of the fire truck and crashed.
The FDNY says the truck was stopped at a light on East New York Avenue near St. Mark's Avenue when the driver had a medical episode, causing the firefighter to lose control, crashing into a row of parked cars. Sources say the driver suffered an apparent seizure behind the wheel, taken to the hospital in serious condition. It's unclear if the truck was responding to an emergency call, but witnesses say they did not see lights and sirens at the time. Vanessa Hernandez heard the crash from inside her apartment.
To me, it sounded like almost like the beginning of a thunderstorm. This is crazy. Like, I've seen my fair share of accidents, but I've never seen an accident like this.
Witnesses shocked no pedestrians were hurt, especially since the crash happened around 6 p.m. when many are out and about.
It's a busy street at that time, but it's lucky it never was busy yesterday.
We just spoke to the owner of the two red SUVs behind me, who says they are totaled. The FDNY tells us there were 5 other firefighters on board at the time of the crash. They were taken to the hospital with minor injuries. In the Brownsville section of Brooklyn, Jenna DeAngelis, CBS 2 News.
An NYPD detective is facing allegations of misconduct in the Harvey Weinstein case. The Manhattan DA's office has informed Weinstein's attorney of accusations against Detective Nicholas DeGaudio. Seen here next to Weinstein, the detective allegedly encouraged one of Weinstein's accusers to delete information from her cell phone before handing it over to prosecutors.
It's a disclosure that prosecutors are obligated to make when we come in possession of information which may be exculpatory. I think the case is strong, and we are moving forward.
Detectives Union put out a statement last night saying, quote, the DA's office needs to enter the 21st century. People keep loads of personal info on their phones that they prefer remains confidential. Weinstein's attorney says it further undermines the integrity of the indictment. DeGaudio is no longer on the case. Outside, it's feeling brisk and a little colder than mid-October, but how long will all of these temperatures stick around? Let's turn things over to John Elliott with your forecast.
Mary, I know our digital devotees know that I wear my blue digital jacket, but it is so chilly. The vest really helps, and it's cool in and out, whether it's in and out of the car, in and out of the subway car, or just in and out of the apartment. It is cold in the city. In fact, 44, that wind out of the north-northwest at 21 miles an hour. So these are the current air temperature readings at 11 o'clock, anywhere between 38 and 47. So it's about a 10-degree spread, but you're about 10 degrees cooler than it was this time yesterday. And you throw in that wind, you've got a wind chill right now of 38 degrees. Come on. It's not even Halloween. That is spooky. Now, notice, nice and bright, you actually get a sense of that wind with the radar and satellite. Big view, it's an area of high pressure. So even with the wind dying down a bit, more of the area has a chance to see their first frost tonight, even parts of Suffolk County. So chilly tonight. 48 on 58 on your Friday, then you're up into the low 60s on Saturday. Mary?
John, thank you. A health alert as a measles outbreak spreads in parts of our area. 17 people have now tested positive for the disease. Officials say there have been 11 confirmed cases of measles in Rockland County, 6 more in Williamsburg, Brooklyn. The health department is urging everyone to get vaccinated. The city says 5 of the Brooklyn children affected had not been vaccinated, and the 6th had 1 dose but was not yet immune. More details about what areas have had cases of measles, they are on our website, CBS2 Another health alert, this one about a strain of salmonella resistant to multiple antibiotics, the most common form of treatment. It's being spread through contact with a variety of raw chicken products, but no single supplier has been identified. The CDC says at least 92 people have been infected in 29 states, including New York, New Jersey, and Connecticut. 21 of the sick patients have been hospitalized, but no deaths have been reported. Governor Cuomo touring a deteriorating tunnel under the Hudson River overnight. It's used by Amtrak and New Jersey Transit trains and was heavily damaged by Superstorm Sandy. The governor's late-night visit aimed at giving President Trump a visual understanding of the problems.
The tunnel has a number of structural issues, and they are only going to get worse. They are not going to get better.
The governor wants the president to push for funding for the Gateway project. It would create new tunnel capacity for the Northeast Corridor, the most heavily used passenger rail line in the U.S. eBay is suing Amazon for allegedly poaching its high-value sellers. eBay claims the online retail giant fraudulently infiltrated its internal message system in order to steal sellers from its marketplace. eBay sent Amazon a cease and desist letter a few weeks ago after an eBay seller notified representatives they were contacted by Amazon. Amazon has declined to comment. Avocados seem to be taking over Instagram feeds and menus at multiple eateries around the city, even becoming the theme of entire restaurants. CBS 2's Vanessa Murdoch went to find out why.
Entrepreneurs see green of another kind when they feast their eyes on the avocado.
Avocado is the unique property of being fat and being healthy at the same time.
A rare combination in a fruit. Yes, the avocado is actually a berry, and it's the centerpiece of every dish at a vacaderia inside terminal stores in Hudson Yards. There's even a body scrub and chocolate made from it.
It's really about serving like healthy and tasty food at the same time.
Co-founders Alessandro Bigi and Francesco Bracchetti tell us this is their second location. Opened the first in Sunset Park, Brooklyn in 2017 and dubbed it the first avocado bar in the world. Lines went out the door.
I think the first week we sold out every single day.
New Yorkers fell in love with their artfully created dishes like the burrata dream. Toast covered in sweet pea and mint spread gets topped with an avocado rose. Burrata fills the middle. It's topped with pistachio and olive oil. It's a celebration for the senses. To the edge of Chinatown we go, to Avocado Appetit. The hard-to-miss avocado draws you in. The decor makes you smile, and the food might transform you, just as it did founder James Mai.
A year or two ago, I was really overweight.
Says he started Googling how to shed pounds.
Number one thing I saw was avocado, the good fat.
Started a diet that included 1 avocado smoothie a day and lost 50 pounds. Before then,
I never ate avocado.
Says growing up in Chinatown, it just wasn't on the menu.
It's just something that people aren't aware of.
So he's cooking up change here with avocado smoothies, avocado burgers, and avocado fries. Perfectly ripe, flash frozen avocado gets coated with his father's tempura batter. A dip in the deep fryer and Dad's special seasoning leads to perfection.
Very hot. So good though.
Avocados are on a roll in New York City. Vanessa Murdoch, CBS 2 News.
Carol Spinney, the puppeteer who's brought Big Bird and Oscar the Grouch to life since 1969, is retiring from Sesame Street.
Hello, Big Bird. Oh, hi, Gordon. How are you? You know what I want you to do? I want you to meet Sally.
Spinney says playing Big Bird took him around the world and, quote, opened my mind and nurtured my soul. As for the fate of his beloved character, Spinney says he handpicked the puppeteers who will now portray Big Bird and Oscar the Grouch. And that's your CBS 2 News Update. I'm Mary Cavli. Have a good day.